everybody.
Hey.
Today we want to do a fun video, a video we said we were gonna do, and that is a story of us and how we met.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, I just wanted to show you on my t-shirt. Look at this t-shirt. One of you awesome subscribers, Steven, sent Jason and I a t-shirt, bumper stickers, and some koozies, but he lives in Lompoc, which is where Jason was born.
I was born in Lompoc, California. Well, Vandenberg Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born at the hospital at Vandenberg Air Force Base, which is right outside of Lompoc. I grew up in Lompoc for 20 years and then moved to Texas. So.
Yeah, so super cool, Steven. Thank you so much. It was a really nice surprise when we got home for vacation that we had a package there with those things in it.
Yeah.
So we really love it.
He's a DJ at a radio station.
In Lompoc.
They have an app you can download. It's called KTNK.
Yeah, it's a country radio station.
Country radio station, if you like country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also teaches at Vandenberg Air Force Base Space School, and that's where these shirts came from.
Yeah.
So
Heather loves her space stuff.
I know, I do. I love it. So thank you so much, Steven. I hope you're watching this. So let's get into the story of how we met.
How'd I get so lucky?
How'd I get so lucky? It all started back in late December 2005 or January 2006.
Yeah.
I think we actually first met in December of 2005.
Yeah.
And the way we met was on a dating app.
Dating website.
Yeah, which where a lot of people meet these days.
Yeah. Back then though, it was like you tell somebody you met somebody online and they're like, oh, that will never last.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was back then, those days.
Right. If I can remember correctly, Jason first contacted me and it was called Plenty of Fish. I think it's still around actually.
Yeah.
And you know, you message or email people and you hook up on there, and we talked and exchanged phone numbers in December, and so we talked over the phone and through text and everything through January till about the end of January. And then and I remember this because it was Super Bowl weekend.
It was
the very first time we met in person.
Yeah.
I was living in Temple at the time, Temple, Texas. If you don't know where that is, it's south of Waco by Killeen, Belton, that area. About
two and a half hour drive south of Dallas.
Yeah, and he was living in Dallas.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were really far apart. And you were with a courier company, so he traveled anyway.
Yeah, I passed through there quite a bit because we took a lot of loads down to San Antonio, Houston, Waco, you know, stuff like that all throughout Texas. So
it was like, Super Bowl weekend, the end of January. Jason made the drive down to Temple and we went out to dinner and talked the whole night and just got to know each other. And I mean, basically we've been together ever since. Yeah, really. It was funny, like a lot of times I would be passing through there on the weekend, doing a weekend run down to Laredo or something, and I'd stop through and pick her up, and she'd go out and do a run with me down, and then I'd drop her off on the way back. She would come up to Dallas one weekend, I'd go down south the next weekend. You know, it was just back and forth. And how long did we do that? It was for about 3 months.
About 3 months, yeah. We did that, and we just we decided, hey, let's move in together. Yeah,
I think I've said before, but I was working in the eye care industry, and so what I did is I started looking for a job up in the Dallas area. I got an interview right away for an optometrist in the Richardson area, which is a little north of Dallas.
Yeah.
And we found a duplex that, oh my gosh, our first duplex was so cool.
I miss that thing.
Yeah, I do too.
I really do. I miss it.
It was really close to downtown Dallas.
Nice neighborhood, you know.
It was an older duplex, but it was nice.
Cheap.
It was cheap for what it was.
I think we spent like $600 a month or something.
Yeah,
you know,
right by Dallas. It was really cool, and the landlords were really nice. And, but so after about 3.5, 4 months, we moved in together.
Yeah.
We just, you know, we're living the best lives in our little duplex in Dallas. Yeah. I'd been married before. I'd previously been married, and Jason never had. And Jason always said he was never going to get married.
No,
right?
I was like, no. I even told her, like, hey, we're never getting married.
And I was okay with that.
I don't want to be married. She had already been married, so she was cool with that.
Yeah, I didn't
want to do that thing. You know, hey, we could stay together forever. Do we really have to do that? You know,
we've always gotten along really well. I think. Fast forward a couple of years, it was Valentine's of 2008.
Yeah.
Jason comes home because he had a card
Yeah, I had a
for
card.
Valentine's Day.
Just to get Valentine's card. Yeah.
What did the card say?
Basically, hey, you want to get hitched? Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I thought he was joking at first.
Yeah,
when I read it, I'm like, wait a minute, no, because you don't want to get married. I'm like, is this for real?
Yeah.
I didn't believe it at first. So he basically asked me to marry him on Valentine's Day in 2008.
Yeah.
So then we started making plans.
Yeah, and we kept it simple, like.
Yeah, we didn't want anything big and.
Nothing big, nothing extravagant. We went to a pastor's house, and he had just moved in, and we got married in the living room where there was boxes around, and your mom and grandma were there, my mom and aunt were there, and that was it.
That was it, and that was September 30th of 2008 is when we got married. Yeah, really simple. We went and had a nice dinner afterwards, and just very small and simple.
Well, we went to on our honeymoon. We went.
Well, that was you're skipping ahead.
Okay.
You're skipping ahead.
All right.
So after we got married, well, kind of before we got married, we were starting to look into buying a house.
We were.
I remember every night we would always watch HGTV House Hunters. Remember?
Gosh,
all the time we would watch it.
House Hunters, House Improvement shows, we were always on the internet looking at houses and oh gosh, we got married in September. We started really looking after that, and we found a house up near Denton, Texas. It had already started being built, but the people who were having it built had backed out. So when we found it, we were able to still go ahead and pick out like all the interior stuff, flooring, countertops, all of that stuff. They had picked the floor plan and all that. We got to pick that. Did they pick the stone? No, we got to pick the stone too.
Not on the outside.
Not on the outside.
No, that was
they had picked the stone and everything on the outside, but we got to pick colors, wood floors, all that stuff. Yeah,
so it was really exciting. That was an exciting time. They finished the house. I think we were able to move in right before Thanksgiving of 2008.
Yeah.
We moved into that house, and oh my gosh, we were just over the moon with that house. We loved it.
We did love it.
It was awesome.
It was a really nice house.
Even though it was more house than we needed. It was like a 4-bedroom house.
4-bedroom, 2,000 square foot. 2-car garage, just way over the top, but it was cheap. Texas, that house was $149,000, so it wasn't really extravagant. I think our monthly payments were like $1,200 a month.
Of course, the lot wasn't real big because it wasn't a neighborhood, but like Jason was talking about the honeymoon, we didn't have a honeymoon right when we got married.
No.
What we had planned is we had planned to do a road trip.
Yeah.
This was our first road trip, and I think we've said before is like what really gave me the bug in wanting to travel. This I mean, I always like traveling, but that really, I think it was in April of 2009.
Yeah.
We took 2 weeks off.
That's right, because we used the money that we got from the
taxes.
It was Obama.
It was, I don't know, no, it wasn't Obama.
Bush or Obama. It was right in between the
presidential switch.
They gave it was like a first-time home buyers tax credit.
It was like $7,000.
Yeah, it was like $7,000, and we used most of it for buying stuff for the home, but then we saved a little bit of it to be able to take our honeymoon.
Yeah, so our honeymoon was, we took 2 weeks off work. I had a 4Runner at that time. We got my 4Runner, and we just took on a road trip, and we had it all planned out. It was like, started in Texas, and we went from Southern California up the coast all the way up to San Francisco. Then we came back down on the way back through Vegas and stopped and seen a show there. I mean, it was just a 2-week road trip, and it was so awesome and fun.
It was. Every 2 nights we would get a hotel, but the nights we didn't get a hotel, we had one of those blow-up mattresses that you fold down the back seats of the 4Runner and you sleep in back, and we had little TV that we watched, and it was cool. Yeah, that was a fun, but that really gave us our bug of, man, this is really fun. I wish we could do this all the time.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that was really, really fun. That was 2009, and then some of y'all might wonder about kids, because neither one of us have kids. We don't have kids together. We don't have kids from other relationships. Not that I never wanted kids. My previous marriage, I did do infertility testing and had some issues, and we tried, and it just never happened. And same with Jason and I.
I'm not fertile. She's not fertile.
So yeah, it just never happened. So no, we don't have kids, but we have Tyson and Abby. They're our babies, which we love them to death, you know. But yeah, so from 2009, we just lived our little happy life in our house, going and doing our work thing every day, in and out, and
working, gosh, six days a week usually, just to make our car payments and our house payments.
And then I think it was like 2015 is when Jason started in on the expediting thing.
I was like, hey, think it's going to be the California road trip all the time.
We ended up selling our house in 2016. In January is when we started in expediting. So
we sold everything. Furniture, you know.
We did do a video on that. I'll link it up here about how we sold everything for a life on the road. We just wanted to talk about how we met, because I know we always get asked that, well, how did y'all meet? And so yeah, we've been together since basically 2006, early 2006, and a long time. Internet hookups do work out sometimes. At least they have for us. Yeah, we couldn't be happier. I couldn't imagine my life without this guy.
She's made me that much better of a man, you know.
Ditto. But as a woman. So that's the story of us. We hope you liked the video. It was really fun getting to kind of relive those memories of our past. And yeah, awesome. Thank you guys as always for watching and subscribing.
Until our next video.
Peace, love, and expediting. Mwah!